It was last year when the Local 4 defenders exposed the unpermitted riverfront business going on at Revere Dock. It ultimately resulted in a dock collapse, spilling contaminated soil into the Detroit River.
City of Detroit said it was going to crack down on riverfront businesses, but apparently more needs to be done. We bring in Defender Karen Drew with her exclusive report. Karen.
According to the city, more than 1,000 tickets have been handed out to riverfront properties in the past year. More than $500,000 in fines issued. The concern, only 76 grand has been collected, and some riverfront properties are ignoring the city's demand to make corrections. So tonight, I'm taking you to one of the properties we discovered with a long list of violations.
The Detroit Riverfront, a jewel for the city, but lately that jewel has been tarnished with businesses and landowners ignoring city codes to operate and keep the river safe.
Especially thinking about just the fact that so many of us get our drinking water from the Detroit River. We need to make sure that it's protected. And so
Senator Stephanie Chang represents the district by the riverfront. She's worried we're going to see high water problems along the river. And if the sites along the river don't have proper seawalls, she believes the public health is at risk. That brings us here to the 2700 block along Jefferson Avenue, where the defenders have discovered the property owner is in violation with the city. Take a look at this correction order sent 6 months ago, telling the owner, By Acquisitions Company LLC, it failed inspection, and the corrections needed to be made by last August. Look at this list of non-compliant issues.
God knows what's in the ground, and we don't want it in the river.
Greg Ward has been an outspoken critic of how businesses and landowners are allowed to operate along the riverfront.
There's so much disregard for what the rules are and what the community's, safety requirements are.
The defenders were able to obtain an inspection of the site. The report states, in several areas, the concrete cap is cracked. The timber piles show signs of failure in several areas. Photos in the inspection report show the concrete cap separating, leaning towards the river, and cracking. So who runs By Acquisitions Company LLC? Well, it's a Maroon family business.
Let me start by saying safety is our #1 priority.
Representatives telling me they are aware of the inspection report citing the seawall violations, but believe since the city permitted a concrete batching plant to operate there, they believe they were in compliance as well.
We're in compliance with all of the other engineering recommendations that are in the report.
Our violation notices were clear that they had to take action, and we're going to hold their feet to the fire.
And why is the seawall being in good form so important?
So that we do not have another situation like we had at Revere Dock. It's very important that these seawalls are maintained so that you protect the waterways, you protect the people that work on these properties.
The city tells me they will be meeting with the property owners in the next 2 weeks to address this issue of violations and getting that seawall repaired. Meantime, our Defender team will continue to investigate riverfront properties to make sure they are following the rules and, if not, held accountable. I'm Karen Drew, Local 4 Defenders.